My name is Maya Freelon, and I am a tissue paper artist. I use tissue paper in a variety of mediums. I've created actually 3 new types of work: tissue ink monoprint, tissue ink monophoto print, which is the one where I incorporate photos into the paper, and spinning tissue ink monoprints where I work on a pottery wheel. The artwork behind me is part of a series. It's a tissue quilt series that I've created all around the world. I've been working with tissue paper since 2005, and as a medium, it represents the fragility of human beings, the fragility of artwork. It represents unity and strength and power in our coming together and our collective strength. There's a quilt making tradition in my family. My great aunt, her sister, actually made these quilts with me, for the very first ones, and I decided to do seam side out, showing the kind of, what would you call that, behind the scenes of a quilt. Usually it's flat and you put the seam side on the other, but the texture and the beauty and the three-dimensionality and it became alive when I put the seam out, and it also kind of dances and moves within the space that it's in, so it's actually a kinetic, moving environment. It becomes almost like it's alive. I started working with tissue paper when I was living with my grandmother in graduate school in Boston, and I found some paper that she had tucked away in her basement, and it was stacked. It was a rainbow stack of tissue paper. She was a school teacher and a hairdresser. She had tons of things in her basement that she always said she was saving for me, and I saw a beautiful water stain, and it was at the same time Hurricane Katrina was bearing down on the Gulf Coast and literally pushing color, water pushing color. So I found this parallel between the medium and the artwork that I was seeking to create, and I kind of just accepted it as a new medium. I was doing figurative work before that, and photography, mixed media, sculptures, but nothing with tissue paper. So thinking about the idea of elementary art materials and something that's ephemeral, something that's kinetic, something that's fragile, all of these things went against my I guess, educated art self. And I like that idea. I like the idea of breaking the boundaries and the molds of what is considered art. Slipping out of the box and feeling like an artist who wanted to do what she wanted to do, not what other people were doing. A medium that needed to be elevated to a higher status, a medium that changes when you put it on a white wall or in a gallery space or a museum. I'm so excited to be at Prism. Michaela's put together an amazing group of folks, and it feels like family. It feels like tradition. It feels like we have a space where we can be ourselves. And I really appreciate the ability to, for her trust for what we make, especially as a site-specific installation. The curators don't exactly know what you're gonna do until you get here, and they're kind of like, ah. But she's been so accommodating for what the work wants, which is a lot of space, and also combining that with the workshop, having both of those put together where people can come in off the street or just didn't even know the workshop was happening and just sit down and learn something together. And then 2 of the people in there were artists who said they were reinvigorated to do their own work. And other people, including the film crew, joined in, and because you see it, you want to join. You don't know what it is, but there's no wrong way to do it. So there's really an entry point for everybody, and that affirming feeling of creativity. It releases endorphins, it relieves stress. It's like a meditation. So I was happy to be able to offer that to everyone here.